Champion Fedor Emelianenko.
All right, guys. I'm going to have an interpreter here for Fedor Emelianenko. Everybody had question of what type of heavyweight you were. You showed it once on Tim Sylvia in 38 seconds. You've done it again against Andre Arlovski in 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Let me tell you how you're feeling right now.
Now, is it true you're coming back in the fall, though, that the fight will be in the fall?
Yes, it'll be in April. I start camp probably around in the beginning of July. So, I'll have another long camp as always. But
April?
Yeah, I train 6 days a week, 5 days a week. I'll train 3 days a week. One of those days I will train 2 days of the week. So 6 days a week I'll be training.
Lastly, Chuck feels like he stole your thunder, and this is sour grapes from you. Like, it's personal because, in a way, you're jealous of him. How does hearing that out of his mouth fall on your ears?
Jealous of him? This guy can't even put a fucking sentence together, man. Are you kidding me right now? He's reaching for those grapes. He's trying to make his wine, and the wine's already sounding like a violin with that cheese and wine. We'll see on November 24th.
As you guys get older, is it harder to get your bodies into the shape that's required to go at each other?
Not with me. I've only been off for a year and a half. I'm only 43 years old. I'm an old mature. I matured old. Very fast, but at the same time, my body hasn't matured great, just because of my father's really old. My father's 80 years old. My grandmother's 100 years old. So my body is in great shape.
Well, here we are with Geraldo Babalu. You did an awesome job. So what? You're a black belt in jiu-jitsu, getting an awesome submission there. I want to tell me what you see. Let's go ahead and see by the fight what you saw in the ring.
You fans tune in. I never let you down until now. I won't start. Tito Ortiz, Fight Hub TV. Check it out.
We know the weakness that you had, but you actually showed the heart and determination of a champion, of how tough of a light heavyweight you really are here in the Affliction card. What do you think about the future of you, future opponents?
I really could get him better for your back and come here and fight me.
Yes, and my back will be better in about 3 months, so I know all the fans would love to see me and you get it on. You know, you're an awesome fighter. Congratulations tonight. Everybody, let's give a hand to Geraldo Babalu, one of the greatest light heavyweights of the night.
A sustainable model. Are the other people on the undercard getting a cut of pay-per-views and gate, or is it just yourself and Chuck?
Well, it is just me, myself, and Chuck. He's like a big slow ox. That's one thing too that I've noticed. He's deaf, so he has a soft head, and you hit him with more and more shots.
What? I like it.
You hit him with soft shots because their equilibrium. They don't have no equilibrium. Matt Hamill has a soft head because he has no equilibrium. That's the weakness he has.
To be honest, I don't know what is soft head. Even if people don't understand, they go, is soft head good or bad?
So, as I always growing up, is don't ever do juice, as in steroids, right? Chael Sonnen gets popped for a juice cocktail. So people want to say, so how, and the question was, so how do I think this fight's going to turn out? I said, well, let me go ahead and find Chael for you. So the best acronym I can think of that is a juice box. Juice box being Chael Sonnen. And it was no more than that, because he is a juicy juice boy. He likes to do his dabble in his little steroid stuff, and hopefully they do test us, which I know they will test us. They test us on all of our fights. But that just shows a sign of weakness. And a sign of weakness is him being full of juice. He's a juice box, he's a juice boy, and that's why that juicy juice box came into the camera frame.
Fighting probably one of the toughest 185-pounders, #2 ranked Matt Lindland. Man, that was amazing. That was the old Vito belt that we all want to see. Him at 131 years old, he's back for business.
Tito, go ahead. Tell him what I do so well.
Well, he talks well. His mouth has gotten him in every fight, big fight that he's had. And every time when it's time to present and perform, he's failed. On Saturday night, it's not going to change.
What I do well, I come in with heart, I come in with determination, I come in with hard work and perseverance. When I get my hand raised, I don't know why. And so all the millions of fans that have had my back over the last 20 years.
Tito always says I'm using my mouth to get my opportunities. The only person I know that made money using their mouth is his ex-wife.
Well, just to correct you, I was never no marriage. You're a fucking punk, dude. That's what you call class right here compared to no class.
That was a nasty line.
No
by
class.
Me.
No class at all. That's why you see him with thongs and fucking jeans and a t-shirt. No class.
They don't call you the bad guy for nothing.
A bad girl.
Nah.
Yeah, a little bit speechless.
Did I just
that.
break it to you? There's something out there called Photoshop?
I think everybody's starting to believe your lies now. Finally, your lies aren't becoming truth, huh, buddy?
And about it. So he's responding to the responses that are teasing him. And at some point in there, he says to me, "You're welcome." Now, I have a very famous, powerful podcast in this space called You're Welcome. So he was attempting to use a ploy here, use a pun, and throw the term back. I get it. Very simple. The problem is You're Welcome is hyphenated for the two words of you are. You are welcome. Tito types it out, Y-O-U-R. Welcome. No big deal. Could happen to anybody, right? Sure. So of course everybody's got to correct him. You know how the grammar police are on social media. So they're correcting him. Pick one person to talk about your topic in this space. You pick me. I did it on my own. They didn't have to send me a bottle of wine like all these other promotions do. They didn't have to send me a gift basket. They didn't have to send me gift cards to my favorite restaurant like everybody else does. You could just tell me thank you. Instead of letting it slide when the grammar police told him it's not Y-O-U-R, you idiot. He then responds, okay, you're right. And then he types it out again. He misspells the correction of the misspelling in the first place with a new incorrection.
Full board. It wasn't just a little.
You call yourself a gangster. What type of gangster is worried about another man trying to put on his belt? And you can see there's 10 buttons. 10 buttons in 15 seconds? That's not too damn bad. But you crossed the line now. Call me a rat. You say I'm a snitch. And you don't show any proof that it was me that reported you. One guy and me. That's it. Two-man crew. It wasn't me. It was my production company. Get your facts right, dude. And I'll challenge any of your camera guys to my camera guy. You better watch your back. Because if I do see you, I'm willing to do some jail time. And I'll put these hands on you. I hope none of my fans are jail fans.
I was listening to Christian Walken, little skit he did. And he talked about the lion, king of the jungle. This huge lion with a big giant mane. In this hot, smothering weather in Africa. And the little small lions come up, kind of poke at him, bite on his ear, bite on his neck. The lioness comes over and bugs him. Then you got the jackals and the rest of the wilderness looking and seeing this lions on that mountaintop. And they come over and bother him. The jackals laugh at him. The hyenas laugh at him, nip at his toes. They eat all of his food. And they sit back. And they got jackals like this who think it's a comedy. Until one day he gets sick of it and he attacks and he shows to these people who the fucking king of the jungle is. And this little hyena, I'm gonna eat right through him. And we'll see on Saturday night. You know what? It's good because it fuels me. It's fueled me over the last 14 weeks. And it's great to see. Because you hear that snoring nose? That's a snoring nose you're gonna hear in the second round of the fight.
That's good. That was good. That was good work by you.
But yeah, I do got a big head. You wanna know I got a big head? Because I got a lot of brains, baby.